There he is.
What's up, everybody? My name is Josh Halladay, GCode athlete. We're here in Media, Pennsylvania in my home gym, and this is where the work has been getting done the last year and a half. A lot of people started training in basements. I come from that cloth as well. Trained in my buddy's basement when I was growing up. His dad had the dumbbells and the weight bench in the basement, and so I aspired to one day have a basement gym too. So once we bought this house, started adding a piece here or there, but rarely used it. I mean, the basement was very much a storage room for the most part. Still collected pieces as I found them. Had a bench, had some dumbbells, had some plates, but then fast forward to Corona hitting and gyms shutting down. I had the bare bones, I had the essentials to get workouts in, but being that I really thrive in my training, it's the hour and a half of my day that I really pour myself into. I knew that I needed more than just that bare bones, and so I started added music. I have a sound system from my college dorm days that is down here. I pulled it out of the attic. I hooked up my speakers and my iPod player, and I've got music down here. I put up a whiteboard, hold myself accountable. So you'll see the whiteboard on the wall that has my workouts on it. And so I started to put the workouts on the night before, knowing that, hey, you better get your ass up and do this the next morning to hold myself accountable. And so once I started to clean out the basement and put some things in place and put some mirrors on the wall and put some pictures up, and I really started to transform the basement into a gym. And as I would walk down my steps, I would feel like I was entering a gym and not my basement anymore. And to that, I also have to shout out to my best friends, John and Nick. People were looking for that speakeasy gym. Don't tell anybody I was bringing people into the house during that time. But I had two buddies who were holding me accountable and keeping me accountable for getting up, and they're at my back door step at 4:30 in the morning, and we made our way down here and we started pumping up the weights and then adding little pieces that I knew would help me stay motivated, help me stay into it, and help me stay dedicated. So it wasn't just a fire that was lit and then went out quickly. It was one that continued to burn.
We're here with Hunter. Hunter's eating his breakfast. What do we got?
We got Fruit Loops. Add more. Is that not quite enough sugar? Alright. We are in. Milk or no milk? No milk.
Milk.
Just straight Loops. People say I'm not a morning person. I'm not a morning person. I hate getting up in the morning. I despise getting up in the morning. But I do it because there's something greater, there's a greater goal, there's a greater goal at the end of the day that I want to accomplish. And there's that time that I want to spend training, and I know that if I don't get up and do that in the morning, then I likely won't get to it because I have kids and I have a job and I have priorities and I have my wife, and we have a lot of things and a lot of balls in the air. So if I don't get up in the morning and train, I know that I'm not going to have a great day. I know that I'm going to be procrastinating, and I know that I'm already behind the 8 ball. So I get up and I do it. So I get up at 4:15. I usually snooze it to 4:30, and I make sure that I'm out of bed by 4:30. So 4:30, I've changed the way that I go about my days now. And so I'll do my last meal at like 9 o'clock, and I'll load up 75 grams of carbs and 50 grams of protein, which people would say, oh, you never eat that before bed. Well, that's my pre-workout meal because I'm getting up at 4:30, I'm having a quick rise shake, and I'm having my fire, and I'm going to the gym. Basically fasted, but my last meal I consider my pre-workout meal. So I get up 4:30, get my rise, my vice, and my fire, and then get my ass to the gym or get my ass down here. Really excited to hear that GCode has come out with an ISO protein. I use this every day post-workout, sometimes twice a day. So I do 2 scoops of whey isolate. This is chocolate, peanut butter, cookies, and cream. It's phenomenal. Feast is a great product as well. I do that for meal replacement, but post-workout I like a pure whey isolate. So I'm going 50 grams of fuel with 80 grams of cream of rice. It has about 50 to 65 grams of carbs, and I'll do anywhere from 70 to 90 grams of cream of rice and 50 grams of whey protein post-workout and pre-workout. So sometimes I'll be doing this meal twice a day. Really quick, really good, and a staple in my diet every day.
What's up, man?
What's up, dude? Hey, other dude.
Oh!
I didn't realize his shirt said Beast this week.
Oh, we're all beasted out. Yeah. Family-wise, I have 3 boys now. We have my oldest is JJ, or Joshua Jordan. He is 7 years old. He's in 2nd grade.
So how did you lose your tooth?
Dad pulled it out.
What? It was loose?
Yeah, it was loose and he pulled it out without me knowing.
True story.
Did it hurt?
No.
Did the tooth fairy come or no?
Yeah.
And how much money did the tooth fairy give you?
I think
That's
it was
good.
5.
That's good for the first tooth.
We tried to do what? 2 for 1, right?
2 for yeah.
They were both. And then we have Hunter Jack, who is 4 years old, and we'll be starting pre-K next week. And then the newest addition is Jet Andrew, and he is 8 months old. And so we have added quite the crew to our family here, and we have just 3 amazing, healthy, beautiful, smart, awesome boys, and it's just an awesome household. And my wife is definitely a boy mom. She enjoys every second of it, and she won't maybe say it to your face, but not having any girls so that she can be the sole prized possession of the family is definitely something that she holds very, very close to her heart. She loves the attention from those boys, and they love their mom very much, and it is an awesome dynamic here at this house. All right, give me the grand tour. Give Dirt the tour.
Let's get the grand tour.
This is
a gym in its own.
the compound.
Have you spoken to Yurko?
Yeah, I have.
Did you see his too? I feel like you guys have similar setups.
We've exchanged some notes on some of our basement and garage gym equipment, but I haven't seen his setup except for online, and it looks legit. But we do have a lot of the same pieces, a lot of like the same pull down pieces. and I think some of the row equipment too. So when I was acquiring pieces, a lady at my work, her husband was getting rid of all of his basement equipment, so he gave me this piece right here, and then this leg press from over here. I guess it wouldn't even consider a leg press, it's more like a vertical, which is a death trap in itself. But this one is anchored by these two pins, and so when you get all in there, you push up, pull the pins, and you got to hold on to the pins while you press.
Oh my God.
And then repin it.
This is it.
That's it. That's what saves your life right there. One pin on each side.
So because it was probably hard to find all the weights,
Yeah.
you did a lot of band stuff?
Yeah, so you'll see bands on everything. Bands are on almost every piece of equipment you'll see. On the vertical, on even over here on the pull downs. I band it, and then I band the chest press too. So everybody knows that Halladay doesn't have any legs. Halladay doesn't have legs. I do calves every day. So if I don't have legs, it's not for lack of effort, it's for lack of genetics. And the real reason behind doing calves every day is I don't want to be the dad at the soccer field who has the little legs. JJ's dad's got the little legs, and so calves every day it is. So getting dumbbells was probably the toughest thing, because I wasn't paying ridiculous prices for dumbbells because I know that they're normally $1 a pound. So banded everything, and then eventually found some dumbbells on Facebook Marketplace for a good deal, and picked them up. And so we got dumbbells up to 125s. The three old school Nautilus pieces, we got shoulder press, obviously the pullover machine, which is like my favorite machine of all time, and then the bench press or the chest press machine. And so there was this guy I found again on Marketplace. He had an entire gym of just old school Nautilus equipment that doesn't look like it was ever touched. Gave him an offer for all three pieces and got all three for basically nothing, and almost killed myself trying to get it down here and apart. The old videos of blood and guts of Dorian doing pullovers, and so this was an essential. I was not going without this pullover machine. Everything that's black, the lat pull down, the squat rack, the incline bench, the shoulder bench, the calf raise, and the deadlift or shrug machine. All were all at one guy's house, out to breakfast, and randomly, a guy came over to me and was like, "Hey, would you be interested in gym equipment?" And I'm like, "Sure, I would be." And so he's moving his house. He was downsizing. He had an entire gym in his basement, and he's like, "I'll give it to you all for $1,000." I told him I was getting married. He was like, "I'm a big proponent of marriage. Enjoy, have fun, put it in your basement." And so I got 5-6 pieces down here from one guy just out to breakfast. Oh yeah. So we gotta show the cardio equipment. So it's kind of dirty, but cardio. There's a place for cardio too. Kind of hidden out. Oh yeah. There we go.
Are you gonna clean that Greasy cage out?
Yeah, Greasy's cage is back here, huh? It's still a basement. I actually came across this quote. I have no idea who it is. I'm not taking credit for it. But I actually found this yesterday, and I was texting it to myself so that I could remember this, because I too, believe it or not, push snooze, and I too have those moments where I just don't want to get up. My body hurts, or I'm tired, and so it's really just digging deep and understanding, what is it that you really want to get out of this, in life in general. What do I want to get out of this? And one of the biggest things for me is my kids. And those three boys having an example of somebody who wanted something, no matter what that is, if it's a physique, or if it's a profession, whatever it is that you want, committing yourself to doing it, and then doing it, and doing what you said you're going to do. And this is something that I live in, like I thrive in my training. I love training. It's something that rejuvenates me, something that gives me energy. At the same time, it's exhausting. But back to the quote. The quote was, when someone says, "I can't change," some part of them wants to change, but the payoffs for his present behavior are greater than the payoffs from a changed behavior, or his fear of change is too great. So that hit me really hard the other day. It was like, people say, well, I want to, and I want to do this, and I want to do that. And, well, some part of you wants to, so either you're scared, and so you gotta make a decision to do it, or you don't really want to change. Well, if you want to, then do it. You just get up and you do it.